I think I fixed the mic. I think I fixed the mic. Never mind. What's up, on? So if we close bearish below the blue line, which is a 4-hour zone, I'm probably going to look for entries on the 15-minute as well. it sound any better on here or no? I just changed some more settings, see if it'll fix it. What's up?
I said, I hear you clear on the Zoom. I hear you clear.
Yeah, I know the Zoom is fine. It's this stupid fucking mic for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It was fine yesterday, but yeah, we'll see. If the sound is really bad, just mute it or turn it down. I'm not gonna end the stream and turn it back on again for a fourth time because that's just gonna piss people off. But I tried to minimize the annoyingness of it as best as I could. And I think there's still there might be like a minute delay. So I'll call the trade out, but I'll also put it in the chat as soon as I can so nobody misses it. But just know I'm expecting us to go bullish up here. And then so if we look at the higher time frames, now it's gonna go slow as shit. I feel like we could come up and fill this wick or at least get up to here because we already came down here and rejected it. Came back down, rejected again. So we're either gonna drop down and continue dropping down into this area over here. Yeah, I just don't want this to sound too high, otherwise it'll be really screechy and scratchy. But if we hold resistance below here, I would like sells down to get this wick fill and probably drop down to here as well. But we'll see what happens. I just didn't trust the sells yet because I didn't think we should have pushed up that high. So I think once this one closes, I might take a sell down for that wick fill. Yeah, now it's lagging today too, Sakeem. Does this sound any louder for you guys? Is it any louder yet? I just turned it up a little bit, but I don't want it to scratch too much. That's a little louder? Okay. Let me turn it up a little more. Is it scratching really loud and is it echoey and kind of sound like shit, or is it better? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and work out the echoing tonight when we're done, so it's nice and smooth for tomorrow. But now that I look at the 15 minute, I I think this is going to be where we flip bullish and head up to fill that wick. Reason being, I don't think this 4 hour should have gone this high for no reason. It should have, if it was going to go down, it should have stopped somewhere in here and then been going down. So this is just like, if we draw this out, the price went up. Now it's going to fall down till it lands on some sort of support and then come back up, and then it'll make its decision up here. That's kind of how I see it. But if we do get sells, if we just take a look, oh, fuck, it's lagging a little now. If we look to the left, once we get below, so it'll be the top of this box if we close below. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see how far back we gotta go. Oof. So we got clean move all the way down. I think we got a clean move down to here, if not lower, but I think a safe bet would be kind of right there. So the color, for all the new people that don't know how I do my charts, I'll explain it real fast. So I just like to trade support and resistance with the momentum of the higher time frames. Sometimes the lower ones depending on how aggressive they're moving. But price went up, came down, made a lower high. We could make a lower low. I don't know if I trust this just yet. But the boxes are kind of just areas that I see as issues. But so the top of this box, if you just imagine it being a straight pink line, that's what we need to close below, is these bodies, because we're clear to the left. And then we could target this wick fill right here. So this, I'm going to change the color just because I normally don't do 15-minute zones, but I think we're going bullish. So you normally won't see this line, but we'll just purples, if there is ever one, that's a 15-minute zone. But the pink ones, if it has a pink outside ring on the box, that's a 30-minute. Blue is 4 hour. So here we have clean traffic on the 30-minute down to here, and then this would be our daily level, is black line. So I make them, the thicker lines are kind of like stronger levels. But I think we just kind of, if we look at the 15-minute, it makes more sense. And if we close below here, I might even take an early sell, target down to there, depending on how many pips it is, how the candle closes. Yeah. If we get a 15-minute close below here, I think sell would be good down here. But what I'm seeing on this is this. We came down, came up, created this right here, came back down, went up through it, never came back to this level right here. So we're just coming back to this level to head back up to here, which, if you remember what I showed on the daily, I'll pull it up. We have, or no, it might have been the 4 hour. I think it was the 4 hour. You know, that's a big ass wick. Yeah. So I think this wick we're gonna come up and fill, and then that'll be the buys. Obviously, this is probably gonna finish this move in London session if we do go up. But if we come down, we'll probably come down to here and then head up for London and New York. But I'm just gonna see how candles form around that 15-minute area and see what happens. We could just plow right through it. If that happens, once we get a 30-minute close below here, I'll be taking sells, or a 15 or a 30-minute, probably a 15-minute bullish one right here, and then I'll take buys up to fill that. And then Chris should be coming on soon. I think he was just hanging out with his wife or something. Nope, no trades yet, Sebastian. And I know the mic is fucked up. I'm sure the chat will tell you that. See if I can turn it up anymore. Okay, so it's turned up as loud as it can be turned up. Turn that up a little bit, and I got the echo as best as I can get it right now. I'm not gonna end the stream and restart it for the fourth time tonight. So, but I'll have it fixed and everything perfectly tomorrow. When we did the test simulation, whatever we did yesterday, everything worked perfect. So I'm not sure why the mic is having an issue today. But we should have volume coming in the next 27 minutes. So that's where I think we're going to get that up push, is once the Asian session opens, we're going to get the volume to push us up. And then, in case you're wondering, if you see this zone, which I'm sure you do, and you see it closing below, but then we flip bullish here, I would not expect us to struggle coming back up to this level, just because if you think of it in like wave patterns, or how I like to describe it is like a half pipe. So I drew this for, some of you might have seen me draw this, but I think this is called a half pipe if you're a skateboarder or whatever it is. If you drop a ball from here, it's probably going to roll almost to the top on this side, and then when it comes back down, it's not going to roll as high, and then it'll just kind of die out here. So that's what this is. This was the start of the drop. We rolled up, kind of rolling back down, and then once we flip here, that'll be a new drop, and we get the momentum back to head back up, and then we'll probably go above it, swing back down, come back up, something like that. It could do nothing and just consolidate, but if we get a good entry, we'll be able to get out with a really good exit as well. Sound is overall good? Okay, sweet. I just don't want it to be super annoying and like just piss people off and not make it fun to be here. And I can't edit the settings directly unless I end the stream. But if you guys want to post it on Instagram or tweet it out or whatever, that would be awesome. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get a move till, I mean, maybe at the end of this 15th. That would be really nice, because then we close back above that 4 hour. Sakeem, are you there? Alright, how's the sound now? I just turned it up a little bit more. Is it echoing too bad, or is it going to be good right here? It's good? Okay, thank you. But do you see what's kind of happening right here? Let me zoom this in a little better. So if you notice, we had resistance right here, and now we're kind of forming support. So that's going to be my idea for the trade. And I know the quality's not super great. I made these numbers bigger last night after our test, so they're a little bit easier to read. But with satellite internet, it's kind of the best. It might get a little better, but this is probably going to be the best kind of quality we get. The sound I'll fix, but I figured we're just looking at candles, so as long as you have a chart in front of you, you'll get the idea, and you're going to make money regardless. So whether you can see what these numbers say on my screen is kind of irrelevant, just because if you have your chart up, you'll be able to see what that number is. And if you need me to read these numbers specifically where my lines are, if you don't have it, if you want to use like specifically what I'm using, just post it in the chat, and I can always just type that in too. But I think for reading candles for now, this is going to be more than good enough. And then if we get a bunch of viewers and it starts to do really well, then we'll look into some upgrades. I'll look into some upgrades. A sell step. Yep. Yeah, I mean your cells could totally still work. This is just a 15-minute level, and I would actually like it to come and form at this line. I'd like it to come down lower. Then we have more room to go up, and it would make more sense if we formed more support actually on this line in my head. But if this closes above and engulfs this entire candle, then that would be enough confirmation to me to go up. But if it closes like this, I'm going to wait for another 15, because I feel like it could just be rejecting off of this level, come down to here, and then we go up. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get the move up till the volume comes in, if we do end up going to the upside. So yeah, if you guys want to post it out, the goal was 100 for tonight, for the first time. We'll see what happens. Cap Forex. The goal for tonight is to make money. So, volume could be a little slower than normal Asian sessions, but the past couple Sundays I've done, the past 3, they were really slow, but then you did get a really nice 20 to 30 pip move. You just had to be in before the move happened, so. And if you guys have charts and you want to send charts, just send it from TradingView and I'll pull those up. Kind of the same as what Rakil does in the morning, but it'll be the Asian session and it'll be me. So, but trades, yep. In a sell, yeah. There's a guy in the group who's been in sells for a while, so, and I think it's he still has a target. That daily level I showed earlier, way at 141, 560, 550, I believe is his target. So sells could definitely happen, but I wanna close below here on the 30-minute for sells. Yeah, I'll try it. If the mic is making it sound really bad, let me know. I had some on earlier, but I was worried that's what the issue was with the sound. Can you hear the music? Kadka, can you hear it? Is it good? Yeah, I'm gonna do a break on the 24th, 25th, and then I might look at it on the 26th, 27th, 28th, maybe. Um, and then I'll probably take a break the 29th till the 2nd of January. The music is good. It's I don't even know how to explain what this is. It's background music for vlogs. Happy, upbeat, and perfect. No copyright music. So it's gonna get real interesting. Did the mic get any better, or is it still scratchy and making noise? Yeah, there is neon. There's lots of patterns. Well, not lots. The pattern is it's really slow, and then you kind of got to get in with the correct bias, and it just spikes up out of nowhere. So if this 30-minute closes bullish, I think we're going to be really good for buys. But why buy at 0.26 and all 30 min are bearish? Well, I'm not buying yet because we are bearish. But if we do turn bullish, so we'll switch to 30-minute. If we do turn bullish, that'll be, I mean, if it's my plan, that's with the momentum to the upside, which is what we have. This was just our pullback, like I was saying before. And if we flip bullish, we should head up and test this. If not, head up here. But we'll see what happens. I'm not doing anything just yet. We got 11 minutes till open, and then we should get some volume. So we'll see. And whoever sent that chart, if you can make it a link, that would be a lot easier. Just go click on this, and then click on copy link. Yeah, this music's not really doing it for me, to be honest. We got Coffee House Jazz. I don't think I'm feeling that. Liquid Drum and Bass Mix. We'll see what that's about. Okay, yeah, I think this is going to be a little better. Won't put me to sleep. But the, who said that? Ardam, sells if we get a close, a 15-minute close below here, bearish one. I'm going to sell it down for this wick though, because that'll be continuing with this momentum and this momentum. But just with the current momentum of like what's happening the most recently, we have a lot of upside strength. So just because these two candles flip bearish, that doesn't make it sells for me yet. If we come back to here, because if we look at the 4-hour, I don't know if you're here in the beginning. Yeah, but there's a bunch of copyright Victoria rules. I haven't really read them yet, so I'm not sure what I can and can't play. I just know it can't be, it has to be copyright free. Here, I'll pull up the 4-hour. Yep. So see how this who was that was talking? Ardon. You see? So this 4-hour closed below here and here, right? So this wick shouldn't have pulled up all the way above here and all the way past here if we were gonna head down, right? Because we have all these wicks to the left right here, and this wick to fill. So we should have been pushing down to fill it, which we did try to do. Wick fills don't always happen 100% in full. So this could have been the wick fill all the way here, and then it didn't like that area, and we're going to head up and fill this wick. And then we'll make another decision where it's going to go. So if you missed my little drawing, price went up, came down, found something to support it, and now it'll head back up. Yeah, that could be right. I'll try and find something that has words. I only listen to country though, so I don't know if you guys are going to like that. I'm from Wisconsin. Royalty-free country music. Alright. me see if I can find a mix of everything. But there will be no Christmas music on this stream. That's for sure.
Searching for music for your next video.
Alright, so we got some SoundCloud music. That should be better. Ooh, 53. Awesome. So I mean, Asian's slow. You just gotta kind of wait and let it happen. If you kind of like what we're doing, maybe press subscribe, press like, just so we have some motivation to keep it going. Because Asian session is not gonna be fun all the time. But Chris up here, Trade with Monty, I think he's just spending time with his wife. He'll be on later, but he'll have a lot of opinions once he gets on, so we might have some more discussion. But so this is what I've been waiting for the new people who just joined, is a reaction right here. Because this level is going to be important. Because if we break below here, then our upside momentum will kind of be irrelevant, and then we'll want to look for sells. So if we get a 15-minute bearish close below this level right here, or yeah, no, I think we'll just fly down. If we get a 15-minute close below here, I think sells are going to be really good down to fill this wick. But it's got to look really good because my bias is buys. So if the sells don't look super good, I'm probably just going to either miss it or wait and see if we get another candle that looks better and go off of that. 145, 142.15. Yeah, those sells make sense because on the daily and the 4 hour, it's super clean path all the way down. I'm just worried about this upside momentum we have right now, that's all. So, we will see. But overall, long-term momentum is definitely to the downside for sure. And it makes a lot more sense for it to go down. But just with this current momentum, which is what I'm trying to avoid, is the reason I didn't take sells up here. Otherwise, sells up, if you got sells up here, I would be setting to break even and taking some profit right here, and then targeting this wick fill, or targeting our next. You could target 141.800 or 141.550 would both make plenty of sense. But I only hold for 10 to 15 pips, so I would be out after the wick fill because that's 20 pips. If we get in right below that 15-minute level. And the reason this level, if we close below here, I think we're going to break through here and here, is because we did go up. This level should hold for us to continue up. If it doesn't, that kind of gets rid of any idea that there's going to be buyer presence, and then we should come down and fill this low it made. Because when it makes a high, it makes a low, it's going to go test one of those levels. So that's why this level is important, because if we hold above here, we're going to go up and test the high again before we decide to go up or down. But if we break through this level that should hold us to go up, then we're going to come down and test the low and then make a decision from there. So
Every day, get up, go to work, take care of business.
4 hours bouncing from resistance on the left.
Taking care of your business.
Where's your level at, Don? What is it the 4 hour I have marked or no?
Work isn't just about the paycheck.
So the new people, the blue lines you see are 4 hour levels. There's no black line on the screen right here. Black lines are daily levels. Pink lines are 30-minute levels. And then I use boxes on like the most recent stuff. And I normally don't do 15, but this 15 made sense. So if you ever see a purple, that'll be a 15-minute level. But yeah, I mean, if we look, sells make perfect sense. We kind of went up and hit this wick, so that could be driving us down. But I just don't like this right here. This is the area I don't like. Right here. So if we're going to be selling, we need to close below here, because then we'll be back below our 4-hour resistance as well. And then we could come down, fill that wick, and then fill this wick as well. But with all of this nonsense in here, I'm going to wait for it to either get below here or hold support here to head back up and fill this wick, or get below here and then come below. I'm not going to try to enter up here and hope it comes down, or enter down here and hope it goes lower. But, I mean, it's still holding at this level, and we got volume coming in 15 seconds, if it didn't already. So I think this next 15 minute we go bullish with a nice wick to the upside, or a nice rejection wick to the downside. That buys will make a lot of sense. Damn, so many commercials on YouTube. Is the mic okay? Can you guys still hear alright? Yeah, you're late to the party, Rich. I've been working on the mic the whole time. I'll turn it up even more, but if it gets scratchy, I don't want to hear any complaining, because I turned the volume down so it wouldn't sound as much like shit. So whoever was in cells earlier, I would be securing something, because this level is going to be important. Because even though it is showing on the 15 minute, it's actually a 4-hour level as well. Mic is okay? Alright, thanks, Max. Someone had a question, I don't think I answered it. Who was that? Oh, Neon. So, with the Asian session, we didn't have a prior New York session early in the morning because the market just opened. So it's kind of hard to pick a bias on Sundays, just because is it going to make a wick? Is it just going to keep going with previous momentum? We don't know. So you kind of just got to wait for the best entry you can find and then take it. And if you have momentum on your side, it's going to be a lot better. Make the trade, you'll feel more comfortable in it. But the hardest part about Asian session is just waiting. So if you or like me and you're waiting for buys or possible sells to happen right here, you've been waiting 15, 30, 45, 1, 15, 30, you've been waiting about 2 hours. So the key is just to be patient, honestly. If you can trade Asian, you can trade any session, because for Asian session you normally sit for 2 to 4 hours for one push, and that's it. At least in New York or London, you get multiple pushes. So if you're being too patient and you miss a move, you'll get another one in 15 to 30 minutes anyway. Okay, frames are good too. We only dropped 10% of the frames right when it started, and then we've been good since. So you see what I was talking about, how this level is going to be important, how we're starting to reject it and go up. If we can close bullish right above here, that will be beautiful, and we will be going back up to fill this wick. Because you got to think about it, if we were going to go down, this was probably right at open, right here, somewhere in here was probably right at open. Why did we try to go down and fail? To go up, to come all the way back down here again? That doesn't make any sense, right? Because we went up, came down, tried it once. We even broke the lows, and we still got pulled all the way back up. This one came down again and tried to hit this level again. It didn't want to do anything, so that's why I think buys are going to make sense from here. Or if you want to play it safe, you can wait for buys above here. But if we go bullish here, I think that's going to make a ton of sense to head up. And then we'll probably, I would like to say we're going to fill this wick up here, but we could just be grabbing more orders to continue driving us down. So if you're looking for long term, I feel like buys, if we go up, we're going to go up. But if we go down, then we're going to head down to those daily levels. So, and yeah, I've traded Asian for about a year. It just was never consistent. And then Chris and I, or trade with Monty up in the top left, we started trading Asian session every single time on Zoom for everyone. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. And last week we won Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we broke even, and then Thursday we took a loss. But I mean, we've been doing pretty well in Asian, so nobody streamed it, so we're like, hey, I'll stream Asian, you stream London, and that's kind of what's been happening. Yeah, what I tried to do. Oh shit, there's a commercial. My bad. What I tried to do was connect my wireless Beats Pros, but for some reason my desktop won't find them, so I can't connect them. Because that mic would be awesome. It'd be way better than this $20 Insignia USB mic. As the Beats mic would sound really good. I use Hugo's Way. Mic is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna work on it afterwards. For anyone new who didn't hear me say it the first 100 times. I restarted the stream 4 times when it started. I wasn't going to do it a 5th time for you guys, so if it's that bad, I'm going to be calling the trade out in the chat, so if your volume's off, you're not going to miss anything. But just know I'm taking buys once this one closes bullish, if we close above here. So, if you're paying attention, you want to turn the volume off so it's because it's bugging you. In 9 minutes, if we close above here bullish, I'm taking buys, so with a stop loss below this wick. And I use Hugo's Way, Victoria. I'm actually in the middle of switching to IC markets, and I'm going to be using a raw spread. One thing I've noticed, if you use Hugo's Way in Asian session, your GJ spread is going to be anywhere from 2 to 3. So make sure your stop loss is 3 to 4 pips below or above whatever wick you're trading off of. Because last week I got tapped out Wednesday, which is why I broke even, because my first trade would have been a 40 pip win, but my spread I had it 1 pip above the previous wick, and it went up to the same height, just about, didn't pass it or even meet the same level, and it tapped me out. And I didn't even know it. I was looking at the chart the whole time on my phone, and I was like, sweet, it's just going to keep going. And then I went to click and look at my trade, and there was nothing there. I was like, what the heck? And it closed me out when that wick went up. So I was looking at the chart for like 45 minutes thinking I'm in profit the whole time, but I wasn't even in the trade after the first 2 minutes. So if you have Hugo's Way, just make sure you're very mindful of your stop loss in Asian session. It's not that it's fine in New York and London, but Asian session, it for some reason is much higher. So I'm switching to IC markets, and I'm going to be using a raw spread account with a 1 to 500 leverage, I believe, is what I selected. And I think it's going to be a lot better. I'd rather just pay a commission for my trade and be able to have the stop loss where I want it without having to worry about it tapping me out when I shouldn't get tapped out, when my analysis is correct. That's kind of a pet peeve, is when you get tapped out by factors you can't really control. But I'm thinking these buys are going to play out nicely. We just got to close above that little 15-minute resistance. And then from this point, I wouldn't worry about that 4-hour level I have marked, because if we were going down, we wouldn't be holding the support like we are. So if we close bullish like this, that 4-hour level is kind of irrelevant in my head. Yeah, if any of you guys wanna, if you're liking what's going on, you're liking, I know you're not liking the sound, but if you're liking the the chart, the way I set it up, kind of my analysis and perspective on how I do things, maybe share it on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you guys use, just to show some support. Because it's free. It's gonna be free till the day I don't even know if you can charge on YouTube for this, to be honest, but this will be free forever. So if you like it, um, kind of just help me by helping me grow it. That's all. That would be your payment, you could say. On top of making money too, so you're technically getting paid twice. Chris, did you join? No, Chris is not here. Denny is here. Who is this? Yeah, I don't know who that is. Normally there will be other people on here talking with me. Chris or Trade with Monty. I think he's having dinner with his wife, so he will normally be on in the Zoom call with me, and you'll be able to hear him. We tested it yesterday and it worked out. So um, you'll be able to hear anyone in the Zoom call as well. But it's looking like this candle's playing out. So yeah, I trade full time and I actually still work part time. So hopefully one day maybe YouTube and my like mentoring coaching will take care of that, and then I could actually do more streaming and more coaching and stuff like that. But yeah, so I trade New York at 5:30 till about 8:30 or 9, and then I'll go do door-to-door sales for a TV and internet company in where I live till about 2, and then I go to the gym, and then I come back, set up for Asian session for you guys, and then I go to bed and do it all over again. So, but I'm gonna go grab some more coffee quick before this candle closes. Um, if you're looking to take the same trade, don't enter till it closes. So I'll be right back. 30 seconds. Let's see how the 30-minute looks. Any big goals for 2020? Yeah, very big. I took an entry on a small position, Hassan. You could wait for the 30-minute close, but I just took a small position in. So it looks a lot cleaner on my MT4 app than it does on TradingView. So
I want you to learn to make the best trades possible. We're in this game together, and I'm going to help you.
we got a trading ad on a trading live stream. That's interesting. Ain't nobody trying to buy that scammer shit. Yeah, I'd say waiting for if you're gonna wait for a 30-minute bullish close, that's probably gonna be your safest bet. But I took one small position in right at a little bit above where it's at right now. So, but everything is still bullish or bearish on the 30-minute. But the 15 minutes kind of dying down, so this one could wick down, kind of lower than we would like it to. But it's what I was waiting for all evening, so I took the buys, and then I got to stop below this wick, about 3 pips below, so it's actually like right here. So, and then I'm just gonna target 10 pips, which here I'll click where I entered. So I got in at 142,344, which is, oh, see, the spread really fucked me. Way the hell up here, I entered down here, that's some bullshit. That's why I'm switching brokers, but I'll say right there. So I'm gonna target this up here. So just be mindful of your risk. This trade is what I'm comfortable with. If you're not comfortable yet, you should not be entering the trade, because if we lose and the next candle forms on what you would have entered on, you're going to be really pissed at yourself. So if you're not comfortable with this entry because everything previously was bearish, you should not be entering this trade. I called this out 2 hours ago, so I'm going to take it. Take profit. Short term, I think we're going to we'll fill up to here. I'm going to take some profits probably right around this level right here. So I'll actually mark that for you. I'll do a green box so we know where we're headed. honestly, I feel anything in here, we'll put target. I'm actually going to move those down to the bodies. So we can target there, if that makes sense. Because once it gets into here, we don't know what it's going to do till it does it. Stop loss is below this candle. Make sure... Yep, yeah, I did, Justin. Make sure your stop loss fits with what spread your brokerage gives you. That's going to be important. So, mine, I have to put a little bit lower than this wick just so I don't get stopped out. But, so like I should be in profit right now, but it entered me kind of at the top of this wick when I entered down here. So my spread, yeah, my spread is at 3 on GJ. So my stop loss is a little bigger than I would like, but I think this should play out. I think it makes sense. If the 30-minute closes bullish, that's going to be a really good sign for me to continue to hold. If the 30-minute closes bearish, I will probably be taking, closing my trade, and waiting for that 30-minute bullish confirmation. But the main kind of thing that made this 15 look appealing to me was the fact that we pushed even lower than the previous, and we still had a really good bullish close. So to me, that the second half of this 30-minute should continue up, because we've already tried to go down and we couldn't. So now we should head up. I would have preferred it to close above here, but if you look at this wick, it lines up perfectly with support right here, and it also touches these wicks too. So support could be here, and this is kind of just, this is a nothing candle, so this is kind of just irrelevant. But yeah, if this 30-minute doesn't close bullish, I will be closing with as small of a loss as possible. And I use hugosaway.com. But let me make sure there's no news, because that kind of screwed me last week. Okay, so we're good till 10:30. Also, I forgot who it was that asked about Asian session. At least with the Hugo's Way broker, there was a yellow folder last week on Wednesday, and a yellow folder normally doesn't do anything, but it jumped my spread up enough to stop me out when I shouldn't have been. So just make sure you pay attention to every single folder for Asian session, because the spread is higher, and even a yellow folder could jump the spread up enough to drop you out. And GJ sells. Yep, I mean, it could still go down, that's for sure. So we'll see what this 30-minute closes. If it closes bullish, I think we're going to go up. The 15-minute, I think, could be our indication that we're going to go up. We just need to wait and see. Did I miss any questions while I was gone? I've been trading for a little over a year. There's still a lot I have to learn, but I do fairly well at it. So I feel like I know enough information to at least help out any new people or any people that are still struggling that have been doing it for a while. I think the biggest thing is just discipline and being like a bodybuilder and having that strict diet and training schedule. I feel like it's easier for me to be disciplined than an average person that doesn't do anything like that. So if you're still struggling and you've been doing it for years, maybe shoot me a DM and we can try to help you out. If you've been struggling and it's only been a couple months, nothing's wrong. Just keep going. I would say just pick one strategy that you like, whether you win or lose on it. Just pick one that you like, that you're comfortable trading with, and just stick with that and keep tweaking it until you're winning. So like, if you keep losing, that doesn't mean keep taking the same losing trades. That means keep the strategy the same, but stop taking the ones you're losing on and take more of the ones you're winning on, or find out how you could have won that losing trade. That was a really big one. But I think the biggest one was just being patient and just waiting. I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say. Was just sticking with one setup. So every time you lose, it's not because your setup's wrong or you're not doing it right or you don't know how to trade. You just lost. That's it. So for me, in the beginning, every time I would lose, or every 2 times I would lose, I would change my strategy and try something completely new, and then win once or twice, and then be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is the winning strategy. And then I lose for a week, and I was like, what the fuck? Why do I win and then lose and then win and then lose? And then the strategy I do now, I lost for about 3 weeks straight. It was like break even every week. And one week I just started to win and continue to win, and I just kept the same strategy from there. I've tweaked it a little bit because I still take losses. Have I ever blown an account? Yeah, I blew my first like 5, I think, but I only put a few hundred in, so it wasn't like too big of a deal. But it's been a very rocky road for me to get to where I am now, and I still am not. I still need more. I want to be better. So if you're not where you want to be, like, that's okay. Just embrace it and try to get a little bit better every single week. And if you keep it in perspective like that, it's a lot easier. Don't focus on every single day when you lose and then you ruin your whole day, and then the next day you lose and now your whole day's ruined. If you lose Monday, Tuesday, that's fine. Just win Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's all you gotta focus on. And keep it simple. Personally, I don't use indicators, as you can see. I just use zones and kind of what makes sense to me. Like you see some guy in the chat, he's in sells right now. We both could be right. So, or he could be right and I could be wrong. You just gotta kind of trade what you're comfortable with. I was comfortable with the momentum of the buys, so that's what I took. And that's honestly the biggest thing for any new traders. I did this when I started. I tried to just copy my mentor, literally exactly what he would do. He had like 15 pairs up, and he would mark them all up, and then he would trade them. He does it, and he's a monster at it because he had better discipline when I started, obviously, and just trying to copy him and trading what he did. He has a bigger stop loss than what I'm comfortable with, and I wasn't comfortable with that. And every time I would get in a trade, and I would go into the negative for a half hour or an hour, and I would be upset or getting mad or doubting my analysis or not trusting and just letting it play out and closing early or trying to move my stop loss so I didn't lose. And then eventually, I just started taking trades that I wanted to take, trades that made sense to me. So yeah, you can use the tools from like Trade with Monty and I. We talk every single day, pretty much all day to be honest, about charts, literally everything. And some stuff that he points out, like I'm sure if he comes on later, or tomorrow he'll be on for sure. When I say, okay, I'm gonna do this, he'll be like, I don't know, I don't like this level. That's fine. He doesn't have to take that trade. He can wait till it's past that level and then take his trade. But I'm comfortable with where it's at, so I'm gonna take it. Because then when you lose, which you will do, you're comfortable with your loss, right? So if you're taking a trade that you're not comfortable taking, and then you lose, you're going to be really mad because you didn't even want to take that trade. Why was your money in the market? You didn't want to take it, but you did because you got greedy and you didn't want to miss out. So always when I take trades here, make sure you're comfortable with it. If you're not, don't take the trade. Wait till you're comfortable. And I promise you'll start winning. Yeah, wicks don't lie. He has taught me an unbelievable amount of stuff that I use. Some of it I include in what I teach just because it made so much sense to me. Some stuff that he does doesn't make any sense to me. I've tried it and I lose every time I do it. But everything else, he's amazing. Him and I talk every day as well. I send him all my charts with my analysis. I post them in his group. I post them in my group. Do you still have a mentor? Yeah, I will have a mentor my entire trading career forever. Because I'm sure eventually there will come a point where I know enough to always be profitable and figure out how to get out of any situation I put myself in. But I see it as there's always going to be someone that knows more than me. So if everything I'm doing and I always have someone who's better than me, that's always going to make me continue to get better. So I trade with Monty. He mentors me. We talk every single day. I'll be like, hey, why is this? Why is this? I talk to Uncle Ted 1 to 2 times a week. I know he's super busy, so I not to bother him too much, but I talk to Rakeel every single day. I talk to my original mentor every now and then when I first started. So I will, even when I do reach a level to where, let's say I'm making like hundreds of thousands in a day, I'm still going to have a mentor and still like, hey, did this make sense to you? This is why I did it, this, and this, just because that's always how you're going to get better. So yeah, I'll always have a mentor. I do trade independently. People have asked me to invest money, but I don't feel ready for that. But I do have a mentor and will always have a mentor. 30-min close with no top wick. My MT4 does have a top wick. You might just have to zoom in. What's up, Black Box? If your mic is working, Black Box, let me know. I'll invite you to the Zoom. Excuse me. So if you look at the 4 hour, we might not return all the way to the top of the wick, but then we have a nice wick on the next 4 hour to go fill. And the last couple Asian sessions, when the new 4 hour has opened, it has just continued with the momentum. So we will see. The wick is really small on this one, but I'm gonna let it ride out. Yeah, Damien, there is a zoom, but it's not a open for everyone kind of zoom. It's kind of the same as Rakeel's. You have to be like one of my clients or someone I mentor, and then you get access to the Zoom for free. You can either do like a one-time lump sum yearly fee for access to me and the Zoom, or if that's too much, there's a monthly fee as well, which over the whole year does cost more, but it's still all pretty cheap. What lot size do I use? That one I will not answer. That's why I blur out my lot sizes when I post, because I feel like by showing that, I'm basically telling you how much money I have in my bank account, or how much money I don't have. You don't know. So my lot sizes are big enough to make enough money to only have to work part-time. So, and yeah, like JR, I don't know if JR, that's JR Bliss. I don't know if that's you. But yeah, lot size doesn't. Let me rephrase that. Yep. Yeah, always. Never over risk. Normally, when I trade New York and then I come to trade Asian, I'll actually lower. Like if I won in New York session, I'll lower my risk, so I'll only lose like half of what I won in New York session. All right, this one's getting a little ugly, but I think the 4 hour, if you look at it, that's still gonna close bullish, and then we should be good. Because the hourly has now flipped bullish as well, and we did make a wick up to test the previous hourly resistance. But if you look to the previous candle, you'll see there's a nice wick and a nice range to go fill. So as long as we close bullish on the hourly, we could push up and fill it now. Normally, the last 5 to 10 minutes of the hourly or 30-minute candle, whatever you're looking at, it'll be the 8 o'clock. From 7:50 till 8 is when we could get our last little push. Yep, so I have the target. Target's up here. Stop loss is still below here, because that is the 30-minute candle. So once this one closes, then I'll move my stop up to here if it doesn't stop me out. But I think we're going to be good. Remember, like I said, I don't know if any of you missed it, but if we close above here, I think we're going to be good, because then we're above this little wick right here. So I think this wick is going to keep us up to head up to there, or this wick is at least going to keep us bullish on the higher time frames. I think this is just a little pullback. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. I was up in profit a little bit. It's kind of bouncing around because my spread gave me a little shitty entry. But if the hourly closes bullish, I'm going to just keep my stop below the hourly candle and let it go fill that wick. Yeah, Victoria, I actually am doing my first prep ever. I am, tomorrow I will be 3 weeks in. It's super, super fun. It actually makes trading easier, because I see food all day that I know I'm not supposed to eat, and I don't eat it. So then when I come to the charts and I see a trade I'm not supposed to take, I don't take it. So it's actually making me a better trader, and then doing this is gonna help as well, because I think I'll learn better from my mistakes if I'm actually watching it and listening to myself talk. I think I'll learn from my mistakes a lot better that way. So, and hopefully you guys make some money too. Just make sure you're following my rule of taking it if you're comfortable. Because if you're taking trades you're not comfortable with and you're taking losses, and I'm winning and you're complaining, I'm not going to reply. Unless you have a labeled chart, then I might give in and reply. That's kind of my kryptonite. If you have a nice labeled chart, there's a really good chance of me replying and reading your chart. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have messaged me. I reply to everything. Yeah, the sounds are very interesting. Right now we're listening to And So It Begins by, just as artificial music. This one looks good. Flying High by Fredgy. Hopefully it'll make this trade push up and fly high. That would be really nice. Thank you, Max. Yeah, I know a lot. There's probably, most of you aren't here to just take my trades and make money. But if you are, that's okay. Just don't complain if we do lose, because I'm not going to be right every single day. I'm going to tell you that. I'll be as best as I can, but nobody's right every single day. So, but that's awesome. I'm glad it's helping. The commissions are bad on IC markets? Huh. That's interesting. That's not what I wanted to hear. I looked at it. It was only like $3 for every I think it was 25 cents every dollar you put on in your lot size. Maybe more. But I mean, Hugo's Way, there's a spread and a commission, not a commission, but a trade fee. So, is the music too loud? Can you hear me enough? Should I turn the music down a little bit? I'm from Wisconsin, Justin. Yeah, but this one's a little louder. So this 15-minute can close bullish. That would be really nice, but I still have faith in the hourly. So, because if you look at the hourly, we broke the low of the previous. We should be going down right now. Yeah, I'll have to look into it more on IC markets. What I read didn't sound too bad. It sounded better than what I have now. So, I'll have to check it out and look more into it. $7 per lot. Does it depend on the lot size though? So like if I took a 10-cent lot or a $100 lot, does that number go up? Because I would assume it would. Yeah, and the other reason I don't like to post profits and brag or not is because like with like teaching people and doing that and having a group for that, seeing my profits doesn't teach you how to take a winning trade. It just shows you that I made money or lost money. That's it. And my goal is to teach people how to take that right trade, because unless you're on the right side of the trade, you don't make any money. So seeing how much money I make or don't make doesn't really teach you anything. So that's my logic behind it. You don't have to like it or agree with it, but that's fine. It's just the way I like to do it. Plus, I don't like to advertise my stuff like that. Because if I was making like money like what Ted was making, I don't know if I would be comfortable posting profits. Right, so. How to trade with IC markets if you're from US? I don't know. I put where I was from and it all worked out fine. So I don't know if there was an issue why it wouldn't have stopped me from getting to where I was in the signing up process. Hourly still looks good. 30 minutes still. 30 minutes just kind of pulling back. So hopefully the next 15-minute will continue up if this 15-minute doesn't pull back. Which would be nice. But, yeah. Currently down about half a pip. So. So as long as the hourly doesn't flip from bullish, that's going to be my main concern. Because if the hourly holds bullish at the 4-hour close, we should fill that bullish wick before we head down, if we do end up heading down. Okay, thank you, Silas. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. Yeah, did I read it wrong? Silent? No, okay. And I can't believe Chris bailed on me on our first one. That's so rude. you guys all from the U.S. as well? Thank you for all the new subscribers. I just looked at it. Yeah. So that bearish candle, I'm not worried yet. If we fly down, I'll be a little worried. But that 15-minute made a higher high and a higher low. So to me, that is what I'm going to stick with, just because everything else is still bullish. But yeah, thank you to everyone new who subscribed. That was awesome. I did not think I would get that close to 300 in 2 days. That's just incredible. So hopefully we can get a winning trade for all that support you guys are giving. Just keeping an eye on the hourly. If the hourly does turn to go bearish, that could be an issue. Just be mindful of that. You subscribed to 25? Yeah, I think I started yesterday. Is when I started posting about it. Poland, damn. Georgia, okay. Alabama, Uruguay, oh boy. Trinidad, I think that's really far as well. Dallas. Lance, I don't know. When I signed up, it didn't give me any error code because I was in the US, and I was actually, Chris, Trade with Monty, told me IC Markets works for the US, so until it tells me no, then I'm just gonna rock with it. There we go, Max, Florida. I'm hoping to be able to move down there very soon, hopefully I'm hoping 6 months into the New Year's, 6 months to a year into the New Year would be the ideal goal. Oh, I forgot who asked about signals or how Asian session works. What I've noticed is before you get the move, typically the 15 or the 30 minute will pull back, either if you're looking for buys, below the previous candle and then head up, or vice versa for sells. It'll pull above the previous candle. It kind of just like grabs orders, so it has enough momentum to go up and then goes up or goes down, whichever way it goes. I'm thinking Fort Myers, Canada. Okay, I figured you would just be on Rakil's stream, Brad. Canadians gotta stick together. Oh yeah, I know the weather's nice there, Max. That's why I want to go there. We were just down in Miami about a month ago, so Miami sucked, to be honest. Miami was fucking awful. People were rude, and I would say I'm a fairly bigger than average person, and like little old grandmas and little tiny ladies, like they were just trying to like run me over on the sidewalk. So people were not nice. Like here, like old grandmas, like they'll stop walking, they'll move over, and they go way out of their way. But like there, it was like these grandmas were trying to hurt me. So, and just everyone there was just not very nice. The service at restaurants was not very good. People were rude, and they gave you attitude about everything. But yeah, Gonzo, Miami's rough. It's really pretty and cool, but the people aren't the nicest in my opinion. But yeah, I'm thinking Fort Myers, because it's just, I think that's like an older people area, and then it would just be, it's just a lot better there, a lot nicer, and the drivers in Miami are insane too. Yeah, when we drove to the beach, and it was literally 7 miles away, and it took us 45 minutes to get there. In the middle of the day on a weekday, it was awful. So, it'd be really nice if this candle would go up. That would be super cool. So, the Asian's really slow, so I've had it where I'm sitting in the trade for 2 hours, and then it pops in a minute, and then I'm out. So, if you're not comfortable with that, I would just sit and wait until you get something you're comfortable with, wherever there's volume kicking in. The only down part is you can't really tell with Asian because it kind of just pops. It'll just jump up 5 pips and then it finishes the move. Sometimes the move happens all at once, like 20, 30 pips, and then it's done. But normally if you're on the 15 minute, you might have to have a bigger stop loss, but you can catch the move on the 15 minute, which is why I entered on that 15 minute candle, because if that was going to be the volume kicking in, which I still don't know yet because we haven't caught up, but then I would have caught that move. So typically I prefer 30-minute closes, but I still think we're good. We haven't broken the low of the previous 30, so not too worried just yet. Just kind of sitting at minus half a pip right now, but I still think the buy should play out. As long as we don't break the low and the hourly closes bullish, I think we'll be good. We might have a little bit of drawback when the 4-hour opens, but the last couple times I normally anticipate 4-hour pullback. It's had none, it's just continued, and then the 4-hour opened and literally just continued with no downside at all, because we were in buys. So I'm just gonna kind of go off of what's happened in the past and see what happens. So this 15-minute broke the low of the previous, so if we can go bullish and close above that little 15-minute resistance, that's going to be really, really good, from what I've seen previously. But man, it's just taking forever to go up. Oh, I think our playlist ended or someone came onto Zoom. Nope. That's weird. Alright, let's listen to Road Trip by Joachim Crowd. Compton. Okay. 142.40 may give issues on the 1 hour. Yep, exactly. That's the resistance I was talking about. But if this hourly does close both 142.40, actually, I think that's higher. Yep. So yeah, I would have it at on my MT4 142.390. But we haven't technically reached that high yet, and that is why we're not going up yet. But I think the momentum from those wicks, so if we're looking on the hourly, the momentum from these wicks down here should carry us up to here in my head. Because remember that little ball I did with the skate park? So we went up, came down, we made a high, we have a higher low, we got to go test the high. And then if we're going to come down, I feel like from there we could get something like that to go down. But right now I still believe buys. Could be wrong, but just with what I've done in the past, it makes sense to me. So that's typically how I go. Once I get, so I'll wait like we were earlier for it to tell me what I want to see, which is this candle right here, which is what I called. I said we're going to flip bullish right here. It did that. I took my entry, and my target is right here. So whatever it does in the middle, I don't care about, because it did what I wanted to do here, So the end goal should end up here. If it doesn't play out, it doesn't play out, and I do the same thing again next time, kind of thing. But if we close bullish, that's going to be really good extra reassurance that we might get the move up. But I've noticed, especially at this time during Asian, it's all pullback until the last 5 to 10 minutes of the hourly close, or a 30-minute close, but in this case it'll be the hourly. So we could spike up in the next 5 minutes, and then the first 5 to 10 minutes of the next 4 hour, we could continue the spike up, fill the wick, and then I would set to break even, secure profits, and hold it or take everything out, whatever you're comfortable with. But like I said, that previous 15 didn't break the low of the 30-minute. So, and then this one broke the low of that one, but still didn't break the low of that 30-minute candle. So I think we're gonna be good. Hourly still looks good. I would just like it to close bullish is gonna be the biggest thing. Especially if we get this 15-minute to close above that little 15-minute area, that's going to be really, really nice. But the 15-minute does look messy, kind of, if you're not comfortable with it. So if you're not comfortable with it, if you're looking at the hourly and this one closes bullish, buys with the stop loss below that would be very, very safe, up to that wick fill, if we don't get it right now. If we break this high on that 15-minute, that could be the move that's happening. I'm saying the last 5 to 10 minutes normally is when the push will happen. I don't know if it'll fill the wick completely. It could push up just above the resistance and then close, and then the next 4 hour opens up and finishes it. But we'll see. We got 3 minutes. I would love to see it fly up to TP. If it can break the high of this wick, that's going to be really, really big. So yeah, 10 pips is about right there for me. I might let it run up to there for 13, depending on how well it moves. Yeah, just keep it super simple. That's the biggest thing. If you use indicators, I know Rakeel and Ted are very against it, but I think when you're new, it does help you to understand what's going on. The only downside is it's not what's actually happening right now. So your indicator, if you had one on, could be saying price is going down right now, but if you're looking at the chart with your eyes, we're going up, at least right now. Hopefully it doesn't turn around on me. But indicators, I prefer just using like current candles, current zones, and relying on that and not the indicator. But if you use indicators, just make sure you're using price action as well. Yep, that's a good goal, Max. You have a year plan. That's really good. When I started, I was like, oh, I'm going to learn it in a week. I'm going to practice it for 2 weeks, and at the end of the month, I'll be making full-time money. And it did not play out like that at all. It was very disappointing. Very unrealistic goals. It was like trying to put on 100 pounds of muscle naturally in a week. Or even a month. It was just very... I wasn't being patient. So definitely just be patient, because let's say you're trading penny lots for an entire year and you make $1,000 or $2,000 in that whole year. Okay, well now you have $2,000 more to put into your account or just leave in your account. You've won literally for an entire year. All you gotta do is keep doing exactly what you did for that entire year and up your lot sizes a little bit to whatever you're comfortable with, and just keep doing that, and you'll just keep making more money. You don't have to try to make and replace your income right away. One thing Rakeel taught me actually was pick a small goal and reach it. And once you do that, pick another one, reach that. Do both of them, and then the next one, pick another one. And eventually, after hitting the first goal, it was a big leap for me in terms of just confidence. Because in the beginning I was always, like I said, winning and losing, and nothing was consistent. And then like there's the doubts, like, oh, I'll never do this. This is too hard. People don't actually do this. Your family's telling you one thing, that this isn't realistic. Your friends tell you that. Honestly, just once you hit that little goal, like Rukio said, his example was pay a phone bill. Or, okay, so hourly close bullish, very, very nicely. There's no top wick yet, but I still think we're going to head off and fill that wick. 15-minute closed above our little resistance there. We could just continue the little stepping stones up. That would be nice. But yeah, just picking a small target, and then once you reach it and you get that feeling of knowing you can do it, that's really a game-changing attitude. It was for me. So that's the new 4 hour. What's our 4 hour look like? 4 hours very bullish with a nice range to the top side. Hopefully we can go fill that without getting stopped out. You see the 30-minute also closed bullish. Okay. So hopefully we can have our momentum to head up now. If you haven't entered yet, be aware of the 4 hour pullback, but I think in terms of a 15-minute stop loss below the previous one, that could be a good entry with a good risk to reward. Because we don't have any traffic to the left, we are above everything. We are above this wick, and I believe this thing just dropped down like it did because it was a 4 hour open, so it just had a little bit of drop down. There's no top wick on here, so we do have to make an up wick on this current candle, but there's no traffic here. We're just clean all the way down, so we should go up nicely. It'd be nice if it would rocket up. What I've noticed, up the elevator and then down the stairs. I think Ted is the one I learned that from. So we came down the stairs here, we should go up the elevator here. That's also why the buys was buys, because if you see how strong the buys are, and then you look at the sells, still strong, but this took 2 candles, this took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. You see what I'm saying? So just keeping it simple like that in terms of size of candles, like this one's pretty bullish, this one's bigger bullish with a wick to the downside, this one's bigger bullish with a smaller wick to the downside. So it looks like buyers are strengthening and the sellers are getting weaker. Only thing I'm a little concerned about is the 4 hour open. I don't like trading the first 30-minute open or the last 30 minutes. Asian session's a little easier because it's slower, but in New York session I try to avoid that. From China, so would that mean we fly down? Because China would be JPY, correct, Max? Or Damien? I'm sorry. So yeah, Sam, if you send the chart, I'll pull it up for you. Come on, GJ. It's time to go. It's time to go up. Saying if you're gonna hold this, if you're a swing trader, no, Muhammad, there is a little bit of a delay on here, yes. But I did call out the trade. I think it was 2 hours ago. So if you joined late, you might have missed my original call. You can ask these nice people for validation of me calling buys on this bullish candle right here. Say if you guys got a better entry than me, and it actually put you in down here, I would set the break even, just in case. But mine put me in up here, so I'm not setting the break even yet. Once we get above this little box, and we start to go up, if we don't go up super fast, I'll set it to break even, or below our previous support. But mine put me in way the fuck up here, when I entered 3-4 pips down here. So, but if you got a good entry in down here where I tried to get in, definitely set it to break even right now. That way you're not losing money, you can only gain money. We just need to break the high right here on this 15, which we just did on MT4. So hopefully we'll get a nice push to the upside now. Okay, thanks, Damien. Yeah, I'm not the. If you need an economics person or someone who's really good with news, I'm gonna be honest, that's not me. I tried it. I gave it like a couple months of reading shit. I joined Jevon's group, which was really good and helped me a lot with how I mark stuff up now. But just understanding what I'm reading from the articles, it just never would click. So, I never trade news. I never will trade news. I used to trade news. I will never trade news again. So, I don't know what that means. Buyings. Alright, come on, GJ. Let's get the push here. If we get above 142.41, it's go time. Oh, we're at 142.41. Yep, I see how that could be an area. But if you look at your 4 hour, you're not going to see that area. So we should fill the wick on the 4 hour, and then from there we could get that down push to fill this guy down here. But it's going to depend how we react up here at the top of this 4 hour. So I might just close at 10 when we get there. I need about 4.5 more. So depends how quick we move or don't move. Oh, Bangs, if you can screenshot a picture and then copy the link, that'll make it a lot easier. But who said 142.41? What was that? JR. Okay. So the reason I'm not too concerned, this very well could turn the trade around and drop us all the way down and we take a loss. But the way I like to look at it, we pushed up once through it with no issue. Kind of makes this void. We came down through it with no issue, making this void again. So we should come up through it and have an issue up here versus having an issue over here when price came through this level twice with no issue. Does that make sense? Don't say good trade yet. We're not there yet. You can't. That's the biggest rule, Spud. I haven't told you guys yet, but you can't say good trade until we close it in profit or we hit the target. It's bad luck. Very bad luck. But everything does look good, I will say. As long as we don't flip and we stay bullish, I think this is going to play out very nicely. We just don't know how long it's going to take. Come on, GJ, just pop up. You know you want to. Yeah, the other thing, JR, is if we're looking at a 4-hour candle, the next area of trouble is going to be here, and then from here we're going to decide to go up or down. And we do kind of have some momentum on our side, it looks like. So I'm hoping we'll at least get the wick fill, or pretty close to it. I think we should at least get into these bodies. We might not fill all the way up unless we are continuing up. But I'm going to be closing right here, or no higher than here if it pushes up super aggressively. But that level could be causing us an issue right now. for sure. Hmm. So the 30-minute made a higher high as well. I mean, they all hourly, 30-minute, and 15. Hourly is just at that hourly resistance. So that could be just our delay right now, is that hourly resistance. And if we get above there, I think once we get above 142, 417, which is going to be that bearish candle on the hourly's wick. Once we get above there, we should head up. Still can't believe Chris just bailed on me like that. Yeah, so kind of that level you were talking about, JR. I just used it on a different candle pretty much. Yep, Ochi, I think that's how you'd say it, I'm gonna guess. So the idea, we started here. I wanted a bullish candle to form at this level right here on the 15-minute, which happened right here. And if you look on the 4-hour, the 4-hour ended right here. So we ended bullish on the 4-hour with a wick to fill. So that was the idea of the bullish candle here. I was hoping we would fill it before the 4-hour closed, but with the 4-hour closed, I think we should still get this wick fill. And then from there, with this being the target, I'm not sure where we're going to go. We could continue up if we break this high and close above. But I will be exiting the trade no higher than here or here. Anywhere in this box is where I will be exiting. Unless if we rock it up to here in like a millisecond, I'll probably exit here, but I'm not going to get my hopes up on that. I'm going to take a smart exit. And if you want to set a break even and think it's going to go up, then I feel like your target long term could be up to here, which I believe is some sort of daily level. Oh no, yep, here's your daily level up here. But this box would probably be a safe target because there's a lot of bearish strength up here. So I would just keep an eye on that. As we are going to need to come down and fill this wick eventually. I'm just hoping it's not till after we fill this wick. So as long as we close bullish on the 15-minute, I think we're still going to be good. We got 2 minutes, so everything looks good on all the other time frames. Just if you got a good entry, make sure you're at break even. Just in case this level or that I believe this right here is the hourly bearish wick that we're struggling to get above. So I'm actually going to mark that so we can have a visual below purple. If we get above here, we are going to have a smooth ride up to that wick fill. Exactly, JR. You might not make as much as you want to make, but you'll never blow your account. Might be movement around 9:17, 9:37 Eastern. So Eastern is an hour. So yeah, that would be 8:17, 8:37. Why do you say that? do still think we're going to be good. I think we'll get above that wick. It's just going to take a minute. We might have to pull down and grab some more orders to get the strength to go up. But the hourly shouldn't have closed bullish like it did for us to go back down, in my head. So we got a nothing candle, so the price didn't move at all. Basically, that candle doesn't exist. We just look at that previous bullish one. Just makes it easier. Because you could say the buyers are weak and dying out, but you could say the sellers are weak and we're going to go up too. So if you just say it's nothing, then you don't have to overthink about it. Man, it would be nice if this would just go up. I'm probably going to run these streams. I know Asian's really slow, so it's going to have to be longer than a normal stream, but that's fine by me. I was thinking, if we don't have a trade and we're not in a trade by, let's say, 9 o'clock Central Time, so 10 o'clock Eastern, I believe would be, Eastern's an hour behind, I think, so yeah, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. If we don't have a trade and we're not in a trade, we're going to call it a night. There's not going to be a trade worth waiting for till probably London or a few hours longer. Some nights I might let it run longer if we're waiting for a very specific level to be touched. And let's say it looks like it's finally getting close and it's like 9 o'clock. It's probably going to touch in the next hour. We'll probably run it a little later that night. But roughly we'll probably start cutting off around 9:30 Central Time. Just so I can get a little sleep before New York. You guys can get some sleep. And we're not just looking at the charts for too long. How did my 15-minute close on the MT4? Okay, so yeah, my 15-minute close looked the same as that. But one thing that I would say could be important is we have a higher high and a higher low. So that could be a good thing. Could mean nothing if we break the low. So on MT4 it looks like it retested that previous 15-minute level. I mean, even on here, looks like we retested that. Couldn't go lower. You could say it couldn't go higher because of this. So I would just say a nothing candle, and this candle will be more important. I still think we're good to go up, I hope. We just have to get above that. We have to get above this wick, and that's going to be a very clean trade up to there. So I would say if you wanted to even put, if you're not in the trade, maybe a buy stop right above this purple line at 142.421. That might make sense. Except I don't know where you would put your stop loss. Would have to be bigger than your take profit. So I wouldn't recommend it, but I do think we're going to get this wick fill. And 30 minutes are all bullish, with wicks to the downside rejecting. So this is just our 4-hour opening up, trying to make up its mind. Come on, break the high. Let's go. That's what we want to see, is it break that high. Yeah, Sakeem, I think it's going to take a minute. I hope it doesn't, but I have a feeling there's a better chance of it taking longer than assuming it's going to happen sooner. Especially with Asian. But hopefully this wasn't... hopefully this is less boring than you guys trading Asian by yourself. I'm really happy we got up to 72 people, which is really, really cool. So So if you guys won the trade, you took your profits already. If you got in at a good entry without a shitty spread, which would have been right here where I entered, you went up 10, almost 11 pips. You should have secured some profit. So use the long position tool. Yeah, I could. It's too late. I'll use it tomorrow. I normally do use it. I don't know why I didn't this time, to be honest. I think I just had too many lines on the chart, and I was trying to Instagram and text and Telegram my group and read your guys' chat. I just forgot. Yeah, I got you tomorrow, though. Don't worry.
Working as a trader's assistant at one of
I love getting these ads about how to be a trader while we're taking trades.
large orders through public exchanges.
So you can take large orders through a public exchange. You can take a small order. So basically, guys, if you trade, you can trade what you want to trade. That's super good information. No shit. Like if I go buy shoes, am I gonna put them on my feet or my hands? Probably your feet. Okay, so 15-minute did break the high of that previous, which is really good in my book. So if we can get past that purple line, I think we're gonna just kind of shoot up there real nicely. To any new people, if you did like the stream, you made some money, maybe just shout out the stream, click like, click subscribe. Just helps me out. And since it's free and I'm giving you guys money, I mean, it's just kind of a nice thing to do. If not, and you don't want to, that's okay too. If you just want to come and make money, that's fine by me too. Ooh, this is going to be the song that takes us there. I can feel it. It just sounds good. It's like building up. So we're kind of at that hourly resistance right now. I thought we were going to bust through it right away. Yeah, we're just at that wick. But we did push higher than the previous hourly, which is good. I think our last area of issue is going to be that purple line, which is that bearish wick. That could be our last area of issue. I hope not. I hope we just fly up through it. Thank you, Karan. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry, Karanver. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to hustle. I can see you guys are sitting here through all of this nothing with me, or you're about the life too. So there will be more people talking normally. Toju movement. I mean, Damien, it's pulling back to the same spot. So did it really move? You know. But I do like the higher high. I just wanted to keep going and not be going up to reject to come back down. But normally there will be I picked about 6 or 7 people, some very good traders in my group that a few of them I taught, a few of them I didn't, a few of them I just met. I traded with Monty. He will normally be in every stream with me, and I'll be in a good amount of his. So yeah, we'll get some more opinions out here next time. I don't know where Monty went. Okay, we got one person coming. Monty's still with his wife, I believe. Yeah, this 15-minute candle's not making a ton of sense right now. because unless it just needed a bottom wick, but I don't know why it would have pushed that much higher to come all the way down through this support and all these wicks. So this trade is long.
Spectrum Internet delivers. Based on the latest FCC broadband report measuring broadband America, maybe it's called a labor of love, or simply the thing that you're best at. Whatever you're
So how's this 30-minute looking? Okay, so if the 30-minute close is bullish and it's not super weak, we should be fine. Oh, we're kind of pushing back up, it looks like. I think we're going to have one guy coming on. He said he just got home, so. And if you guys have any suggestions that'll make this more fun while we're doing it, let me know. I mean, I feel like we could have had some charts sent that I could have clicked on that would have made it a little better. We'll have more people on, like I said, but I think after the holidays, Asian will be a little bit better. We would have got this move if this wasn't the holiday time, I think. So I would say after the new year, we'll get some nicer, easier, faster trades. But I think if we got some more charts in here and stuff like that, that might make it more of a learning atmosphere. Yeah, I was not expecting 50 to 70 people to show up today. Figured a lot of people are doing holiday stuff or shopping or getting ready for that kind of stuff. But man, GJ just needs to pop already. Come on. This 15 just needs to close bullish. And we got a nice range to the upside. We got about a minute and a half. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real fast. So we got another nothing candle on the 30-minute, which kind of sucks. I think we just need to find a good support to head up. So I'm going to tighten up my stop a little bit just in case. I'm going to put it just below this wick right here, just in case we wick down into this support to get our stuff to go up. But if we break below there, I want to be out right there. Yep, see you later, Juan. Yep, I'm gonna go warm up some food real quick. If it breaks the low of this candle, then I would be looking to exit. Just so you guys know. But I will be right back. Probably 3 to 5 minutes. But I do think that the 4 hours just looking for some support to push us up. Because if you look at the hourly, there was no bottomly hour wick. So we could just be making the wick to go up. Yep, so I got stopped out minus 3 pips. So, yep, see you later, Juan. We didn't have the momentum to continue up. Oh well. That kind of sucks. That's so shitty. We broke the high there. And that thing closed like a bitch. So, probably should have tightened up the stop loss up to here. Look at that, right back to that 15-minute support. And it barely tapped me out. Man, it tapped me out right at 295. Right there, look at that shit. That was shitty. Yep, yeah. I think it's just trying to find some support, to be honest.
YouTube TV has your favorite shows. Live TV, 70 plus channels. Try it free.
Yep, right above the purple line, Sakeem. Sakeem, does your mic not work? Cause yeah, you're not in soon. I'm just gonna turn zoom off on if nobody's coming. Man, I had a really good feeling about this song taking, see if I can find it, taking the trade to the top. I think this was it. Nostalgia. Yeah. I thought this song we were going to take profit. But if this one closes bullish, I'm going to take one more position. I still have 10 pips in my plan to risk. So maybe if I can get a 5 pip stop, I'll get a bigger lot in and see if we can get back to break even for the day. I'm gonna reanalyze the higher time frames though. Oh man, everyone's heading out. Is the mic better? Is this going to be good for tomorrow, or should I try to fix it a little bit? Oh my god, of course. Just going to rock it. I don't know if I like that 15-minute with this 30-minute closing like this. Yeah, if I would have cut my stop here, I would have been fine. Alright, we took a small loss. If we get another entry, we can win that back and call it a break-even day. That is fine with me. I think we just might have been in a little early for the for that 4-hour close. So if we get a 30-minute bullish candle in the correct area, I might take a buy. I don't know if I'm going to take one off the 15-minute again. Yep. So then our next level is down here. Honestly, we could get a 30-minute wick though for this one, and then also grab that one. No, that's way too bullish. Yeah, that was just a wick drop. I should have kept my stop below there. What was I thinking? Yeah, I'm going to target that wick fill still. We'll give it one more stab. I might take the 15 because I think the 30 minutes is going to flip. You just gotta have a nice wick. Shaquem. So yeah, I might wait for a 30-minute to be honest. or another bullish 15 minute, or if the hourly close is bearish, you could possibly target a 30-minute wick fill and head down to here again. But it looks like this level's holding again, so we might just continue up. Honestly, that's ranging. That's ranging. We need a 15-minute close above here. 15-minute close above here, then we're going to be good to go. I'm going to delete this, it's distracting me. But yeah, we are ranging right there. Actually, we'll keep that purple so I know it's a 15-minute. But, so, a 15-minute close below here for sells. 15-minute close above here for buys. So right now we are ranging. Yep, you're right. Yeah, I think sells would make sense, depending on the hourly close. But the 4 hours bullish, so I don't know how much of the odds are in our favor. As you can see, we're kind of just ranging in this area. So I think once we get a close above or below, then we'll know. Because there's nothing right now. I think buys are going to be the move, but that's just me. We're just stuck in this level right here. See how that looks on the 15. Yeah. So I'm going to switch that to a 30-minute zone. If anyone's in here that wasn't in here when we started, pink boxes with a pink outer ring, or outer rim or outside, 30-minute, pink lines are 30-minute. This is just our target. There was a blue line that was a 4-hour, and then black lines are daily. I don't think I had any more 4-hour lines, nope. So those are our daily levels here and here. If we get below here, we're going to this one. If we get above here, we're going to go to this one. So to get in from here or here could be really, really beneficial to hold overnight. Yep, but we'll see. Because the previous one closed really, really good bullish. So and I have a feeling this bearish one has no bottom wick. So yeah, let me close right back in the range. We'll wait for a breakout. Because one of my rules on my plan, I posted it in my group, so if you're in there, I believe it is still on there. I might have taken it off, but I used to have it written, if it touches twice in the same areas, it's ranging and you gotta wait for breakout. So we're gonna move this level down a little bit. Down there. close below there, we're good for sells. Fill that wick down to the downside. We need to close above here to go up to here. Yeah, 4 would have to flip bullish, but it's kind of looking like it wants to. We got a range to go fill. So, if you look down, we've already filled this wick with this one. So, we need to fill this one. So, I mean, you could take a buy on this 15 minute, but this is just ranging for me. So I want to wait for a breakout so I know where it's going. Because when it's in here, we could reject off of here, I mean, maybe right here. Like, there's just a bunch of... It's much cleaner if we get below here. We got wicks down here, so we have nothing till down here. If we get above here, we have nothing till up here. So, this would be a risky entry. Could still play out. I think the higher time frame is bullish in terms of where we're going, but that's up to you. And we haven't dropped a single frame. That's perfect. Damn. I had a goal of 200 subscribers today, and now we are 22 away from 300. That's insane. That's so cool. Holy crap, we got 32 likes. If anyone in here was someone that liked it, thank you very much. That's awesome. I hope you made money before that big drop. But I do still think we are going up. Because, like I said, that one has no bottom wick. I also see it as ranging. We could get up to that top zone and turn around and come right back down. So, 142, 400. Yeah, I think if we just close above those bodies, we're gonna be good. To be honest. Why do you say 400? That's 1 hour candles. Okay, let me check it out. Yep. Yeah. But um, oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I think if we get above this 15, we'll get above this as well. I think it'll be the same candle. So yeah, that's just gonna be kind of hitting more up closer to there, maybe right on top of there. Yeah. I mean, my rule is we'll close above the bodies, and that will be a close above the bodies. So I think if we close above here, and it's not above the hourly, we will be breaking above the hourly. Yep, Damien, I do that sometimes as well. I had a feeling we were going to get some pullback, and then we would continue up. But I did it one time on accident where I got out of the trade early at like minus 1 or 2 pips, and then when I re-entered, I actually got to re-enter with a smaller stop loss and a better gain. So, but I used to do that too. It works very well. Because yeah, if my stop loss was in its spot, it would have been below here, never would have hit it, and we would be fine. I'd be back in profit right now. But um, I never am comfortable holding it when it comes back to my entry. I start to kind of wonder what I missed, or if I did miss something, or if it's just kind of doing its thing. So I like to get out early and then re-enter. This normally would have been a re-entry in a New York session, but I added a ranging rule. So we had 1, 2, 3 taps, and if it taps more than twice in the same area, which it tapped twice right here, same spot, that's ranging, and if that happens, I have to wait for a breakout. So, but I think the buys are going to play out for sure. Higher time frame makes sense. And the other thing I noticed last week when we were trading Asian, the higher time frames looked so nice to just get a super good 30-40 pip move, and it sat in a 30-minute range the entire session, and I traded it twice each time and lost both times. So I'm gonna wait for a breakout now. If it doesn't break out in the next 15-minute candle, I'm gonna call it a night. But if you guys want to keep watching the charts, wait for a breakout, I'm telling you, if you're not already in. But yeah, Damien, if that's your rules and it works, then rock with it. That's what's important. But if you notice you're not very comfortable holding that drawdown when it comes back to your entry, maybe try the thing I do where you get out early and re-enter. Maybe try that. But if you're comfortable holding it and you just trust your analysis, then just keep doing your thing. What's up? What's up, Mac? Mac, the channel's growing like crazy. We were at 154 at 6 hours ago. $175, my bad. Gonna sit on your hands. Yeah, I'm telling you, wait for a breakout. Trust me. My biggest issue is getting caught in the range. Because I normally would have taken that buy right there, and now I'd be kind of worried why we're coming all the way back. So always wait. I think we'll get the move in like, I don't know, the next hour, I think, Mac. 142, 300. I think I have that marked, to be honest. Oh, wait, no, 142, 300. Wait, what? Are you sure 142, 300? That's like right here. I think if we break here, if we break out of this, Mac, we're going to head down to, this is clean traffic. Once we get past this wick, we have clean traffic to here. And then we have, this would be our daily level that we should hit. So, I think if we break below here, I'm going to close some here and then maybe let it run down to, let it run over, overnight. Yeah, I think it's going to get a nice drop. There's no volume now, what do you mean? Oh, you already took the trade, okay. Yeah, we had buys, we got up about 10 pips and then it pulled back, so. Oh, you got in all the way up there, okay. Yeah, that'd have been a good 15-minute entry for sure. Yeah, bro, you've been sniping shit lately, Mac. Oh, when you said there's no volume, you meant in the market. I thought you meant on my mic. Yeah, if this 15-minute doesn't break somewhere, I'm gonna call it. Yeah. I'm just gonna call it. Mac, you should come on tomorrow. Um, just let me know if you're going to, and I'll
Sure, the content
get you in the. I'll invite you into the Zoom.
download,
It's only.
reformat,
It's not for everyone, but
send, upload,
um,
still upload,
you can
and maybe eventually post.
you can definitely come in.
This isn't working.
So
Introducing Samsung Business Video
I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming out.
You can shoot, edit, and post thumbs
6 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. If you liked it, subscribe,
Samsung Business
press like. If you want to be super giving, share it on your Instagram. Anything, it's greatly appreciated. Today was phenomenal. We had so many likes, so many new subscribers. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you won some money. Tomorrow should be better than today. But see you later.